Creatine is one of those words that you hear in gyms, in fitness conversations, and even in everyday health discussions, yet so many people still don't know what it really is, what it actually does inside the body, and whether it is something safe, useful, or just another overhyped supplement. Today, we're going to walk together through a journey that takes creatine out of the shadows of confusion and into clear light. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand not just what creatine is, but also how it touches energy, performance, recovery, brain function, and even long-term health. And the most surprising part, it's not only for athletes and bodybuilders, it's for almost anyone who wants to feel stronger, sharper, and more resilient. So let's start with the basics. Creatine is a natural substance. Your body already makes it in small amounts, mainly in the liver and kidneys, and it stores it in your muscles. You also get creatine naturally from foods like red meat and fish, but usually not enough to fully saturate your muscles. Think of creatine as one of the body's little batteries. Every time you sprint, lift, or even push yourself mentally, your cells are burning through energy. That energy comes in the form of something called ATP, which is like the currency your body spends whenever it wants to move or think. The problem is, ATP runs out very quickly. Creatine steps in like a fast charger. It donates a phosphate group to rebuild ATP almost instantly, so instead of energy crashing, your cells keep firing. This is why athletes who use creatine feel like they can push harder for longer. They aren't getting fake energy, they're just recharging faster between bursts. Imagine lifting a heavy weight. Without enough creatine in the muscle, you might only manage 6 or 7 reps before fatigue shuts you down. With full creatine stores, you squeeze out an extra 2 or 3 reps. And those extra reps don't sound like much in the moment, but over weeks and months they add up to more training volume, which equals more muscle growth and strength gains. It's not a magic pill, it's simple biology that compounds with consistency. Now here's something most people don't realize, creatine isn't only about muscles. Your brain also runs on ATP, and just like your muscles, it benefits from having quick access to energy. Studies are showing that creatine supplementation can sharpen memory, improve reaction times, and even help protect against mental fatigue. This is especially noticeable in people who don't eat much meat, like vegetarians, because their baseline creatine stores are lower. Think about that, a supplement once thought of as a gym-only powder might actually be giving students, office workers, and older adults a cognitive edge. That changes the whole picture of creatine from a niche sports aid to a general wellness tool. And the story doesn't stop there. Researchers are exploring creatine in clinical settings. People with neurological conditions, people recovering from injuries, and even the elderly are being studied to see if creatine can support quality of life. The results are encouraging. For older adults, creatine combined with resistance exercise seems to slow down muscle loss, improve functional strength, and even support bone health. In a world where aging often means decline, creatine is quietly becoming part of the conversation about healthy longevity. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. When you hear the word supplement, especially in fitness circles, your mind immediately jumps to questions. Is it safe? Does it cause bloating? Will it hurt the kidneys? The truth is, creatine has been studied more than almost any other supplement in history, for decades. Across thousands of participants, the overwhelming evidence says it is safe for healthy people. The kidney scare comes from confusion. Creatine use raises creatinine levels in the blood, but creatinine is just a breakdown product, not a sign of kidney damage when creatine is the cause. Doctors know this, but myths spread fast. If your kidneys are healthy, creatine is considered safe long-term. If you already have kidney disease, that's a different story, and you should always consult a doctor before touching any supplement. As for bloating, it depends on what you mean. When you first start taking creatine, your muscles pull in a little more water, but it's inside the muscle cell, not outside under the skin. That means it gives your muscles a fuller look, not a watery, puffy one. Athletes often like that because it makes them look more muscular, not less. Over time, that extra hydration inside the muscle may even help protect against injury and improve function. Now let's talk about how to actually use creatine. You've probably heard of something called a loading phase. This is where you take a larger dose, about 20 grams per day, split into 4 servings for about a week, to quickly saturate your muscles. After that, you drop to a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams per day. The other method is skipping the loading phase and just starting with the maintenance dose. It takes a little longer, about 3 to 4 weeks, but you'll still get to the same place. Either way works. The key is consistency. Creatine isn't like caffeine where you feel it the same day. It's a saturation strategy, more like filling a tank. Once your muscles are full, you just keep them topped up. What form is best? Creatine monohydrate remains the gold standard. It's the one studied in almost every trial, it's effective, and it's cheap. Other forms claim to be more soluble or less likely to cause stomach upset, but none have proven to beat monohydrate in real results. If you want to keep it simple, just go with monohydrate and drink it with water or mix it into a shake. Timing isn't critical, but taking it with a meal that has carbs and protein may help absorption. Let's clear up some more myths while we're at it. Myth number 1. Creatine is a steroid. False. Steroids are hormones that change your body's endocrine system. Creatine is just a nutrient, a compound your body already makes, and it doesn't mess with hormones. Myth number 2. Creatine only works for men. Wrong. Women respond just as well, and in some studies, women show equal or even greater improvements in strength relative to their starting point. Myth number 3. You'll lose all your gains if you stop. Not exactly. If you stop supplementing, your creatine levels gradually return to baseline over several weeks, and the benefits fade, but the muscle you built doesn't disappear overnight. You keep what you earned, you just won't be able to push quite as hard without that extra energy buffer. And here's something interesting, creatine might also influence mood. A number of studies suggest it could help with mild depression, especially in women. Possibly because of its role in brain energy metabolism, while it's not a replacement for professional treatment. The fact that it even shows potential here tells you how broad its impact might be. When you add all of this together, you realize creatine is one of the rare supplements that isn't hype. It's grounded in solid science, backed by decades of research, safe for most healthy people, and expensive and effective for performance, brain function, and even long-term health. That's why it has become a staple for athletes, but also why more doctors, researchers, and health enthusiasts are paying attention. So, should you take it? That depends on your goals. If you're an athlete or gym goer who wants more strength, endurance, or faster recovery, creatine is almost a no-brainer. If you're someone looking to age gracefully, protect your muscles and bones, or even support your brain, creatine might be worth considering. And if you're skeptical, that's fair, but know that this is not some risky and known pill. This is one of the most researched and trusted aids in modern nutrition. The story of creatine is really the story of how a small molecule can make a big difference, from helping you push out one more rep in the gym, to supporting clearer thinking in exams or work, to helping older adults stay strong and independent. It shows us that sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful. And now I want to leave you with a question. Knowing everything you've just learned about performance, about brain health, about safety, about aging, do you think creatine deserves to be called just a gym supplement, or is it time to see it as something much bigger? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.